To legal learning. So today I'm going to discuss about fundamental rights. Some very important MCQs relating to fundamental rights that are important for judicial service exam. So the first question: India is referred as under Indian Constitution. India is referred as Bharat. India, that is Bharat, shall be union of state. It is provided under Article 1, Clause 1 of the Constitution of India. Second question: Who is empowered to admit new state to the union? So it is the parliament. Parliament under Article 1, Clause 1. More precisely, Article 1. So which important human right is protected in Article 21 of our Constitution? Which is right to life and liberty. That means it's a very simple question. It's very simple. What is provided under Article 21 of the Constitution of India? Which is, we know that right to life and liberty. The Constitution confers a special authority for the enforcement of fundamental right on whom? Supreme Court under Article 32. Supreme Court under Article 32 and 226 under High Court. The affairs of the Indian citizen in our Constitution are contained in. Fundamental rights are guaranteed under Part 3. It's Part 3. So Part 3 contains provision Article 12 to 34. But fundamental rights, Article 12 provides the definition of state, 13 provides provisions relating to law. Then it basically deals with 14 to 32. 32 is the right to constitutional remedy, and 14 is from 14 to 32. It is Part 3. Under Article 368, it is the amending power of the Constitution. Parliament has no power to repeal fundamental rights because they are basic structure of the Constitution. So it is called basic structure doctrine, which was clearly laid down in the case of Kesavananda Bharati versus Union of India. Then 7. Fundamental rights can be claimed against the, obviously it's against the state. And definition of state is provided under Article 12 from the Constitution of India. The fundamental rights which cannot be suspended even during the emergency are cannot be suspended. Okay, Article 20 and 21. Clause 1 of Article 13 is applicable to pre-constitutional law. Pre-constitutional law means law which were prevalent before the commencement of the Constitution of India. Original Constitution classified fundamental rights into 7 categories, but now are 6 categories. There were Article 19, 7 categories, and now there are 6 categories. India desires for civil liberties started from the struggle for independence against the British rule. India borrowed the idea of incorporating fundamental rights in Constitution from the USA. These questions are very important. Sources: single citizenship borrowed from Britain. Canada has dual citizenship, so it's obviously Britain. Dual citizenship was recommended by Elam-Shenvi Committee, but India has only single citizenship. There's no provisions relating to dual citizenship in India. Under which article of Indian Constitution citizenship of a person can be determined at the commencement of the Constitution? So basically, Part 2 of the Constitution of India deals with provisions relating to citizenship from Article 5 to 11. So Article 5 mainly deals with citizenship at the commencement of the Constitution of India. And Article 11, the Parliament has power to make law dealing with the citizenship. As the Parliament exercised its powers in 1955 and enacted Citizenship Act 1955. So as presently we see dispute relating to Citizenship Amendment Act, which is 2019. It's Amendment Act of the Citizenship Act Citizenship Act 1955. So then comes question 16. Which article describes the person voluntarily acquiring citizenship of a foreign state not to be an Indian citizen? 9. So if you read Article 5 to 11, then you will be able to answer these questions, because these questions are from Part 2 of the Constitution of India dealing with provisions relating to citizenship. Question 17. Who is authorized to lay down qualifications to acquire the citizenship? President. President may lay down qualification. Which of the following is a qualification to acquire citizenship by naturalization? A person is in the service of the government of India from 12 months. Naturalization. There are many ways for acquiring citizenship, but these are not provided under the Constitution of India. These are provided under Citizenship Act 1955. I think this question might not be relevant for judicial service exam, especially SAS, because the Citizenship Act is not included in the syllabus. So fundamental rights are not applicable to the armed forces. Which article of the Constitution empowers Parliament to enact provisions for acquisition and termination? 11. This is the power of the Parliament, and the Parliament may enact law relating to the citizenship. So by which FR and FRS is protected right to constitutional remedies? It is Article 32 of the Constitution of India. Article 32 itself is a fundamental right. Right to property is a legal right under Article. It is presently legal right under Article 300A. So, which of the following is not a fundamental right? Right to property, which was deleted from Article 19(1)(f) of the Constitution of India by 42nd Amendment. Which of the following has ceased to be a fundamental right in the Indian Constitution? Right to property. Same questions, 22, 23, 24, same questions. Who among the following is not a FR? Right to strike. Right to strike is not fundamental right. There is nothing in Indian Constitution that provides right to strike, at least not expressly. So, which FR has been a subject of maximum controversy in litigation? Right to property. So, the right to private property was dropped from the list FR by, as I have already mentioned, 42nd Amendment Act. By this Amendment Act, Article 19(1)(f) and Article 31 were deleted, and Article 300A was added, which made right to property a legal right. Then 28. Right to equality granted by the Indian Constitution does not include economic equality. Yeah. So, equality before law implies absence of any privilege in favor of any person. Equality before law. There are two concepts under Article 14. One is equality before law and equal protection of all laws. So, equality before law means everyone is equal in the eye of law. There is no special privilege in favor of any person, but it has exceptions. Some person enjoys special privileges and immunities. It has obviously Prime Minister, President, etc. So it has exceptions. So which resolution for the first? It is DC's concept. It is derived from the concept of rule of law. So which resolution for the first time expressed the concept of equality before the law? Choras Bill. Okay. The FR of the Indian citizen were enshrined in original constitution. It was already there in original constitution, obviously. So which one of the fundamental rights was described by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the heart and soul of the constitution? This is very important question. It might be asked in judiciary. Constitutional remedies. It's more precisely Article 32 of the Constitution of India. Okay. Question number 33. Which of the following confers upon the citizens the right to approach the court of law for the protection and restoration of fundamental rights? It is right to constitutional remedies. The right to constitutional remedies are fundamental rights. At least Article 32 is fundamental right, not to 26. The constitutional remedies under Article 32 can be suspended by Parliament. This is important. Writs can be issued for the enforcement of fundamental right by the Supreme Court. There are 5 kinds of writs: writs of habeas corpus, mandamus, quo warranto, certiorari, and prohibition. So, which one of the following fundamental right is restrained by the directive, the Preventive Detention Act? Right to freedom. Which enjoys the right to impose reasonable restriction on the fundamental efforts of Indian citizens? Who has the power to empower the court other than the Supreme Court and High Court to issue writs and orders for the enforcement of fundamental rights? Parliament. Who can abridge any fundamental right without damaging or destroying the basic features of the Constitution? Obviously, it's Parliament under Article 368. Which of the following court is responsible for the enforcement of fundamental rights? Supreme Court. Same question they are asking repeatedly, right? Guardian, Supreme Court. So, any violation of FIR, fundamental, not FIR, fundamental rights, both Supreme Court, High Court, 32 to 26, repeated questions. Who is authorized to impose restrictions on fundamental rights? Legislature. Reasonable restrictions only. The fundamental rights of the Indian citizen can be suspended by President during national emergency, which we know, 352 emergency provisions. Yeah, what are fundamental rights? We know it, basic concept. Arbitrary rule, it is against arbitrary rules, it is human right, it is provided under Universal Declaration of Human Rights 1948 as well. But fundamental rights are only provided under Constitution of India. These are human rights, but under the Indian Constitution these are called fundamental rights. So our Constitution grants to citizen 6 fundamental rights. Okay. Ultra vires means without authority. It is a beyond the power of the Constitution. This is what means ultra vires, who are not entitled to from union police. Sorry, police. By the citizenship, this is not important. It's not part of at least as a syllabus. Who quoted child of today is the citizen of tomorrow, Jawaharlal Nehru. Conducted for 10 years. Obviously 10 years, 2022 conduct. There should be 2021 conduct, but it is postponed to 2022 and it will be digital conduct. So there was 2011 what I'm saying, not conduct, census. 2011 census as well. My mistake, I said conduct. So who quoted freedom is my birthright, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Casting their vote, universal adult franchise it is called, Article 326, and the age is 18 years. Obviously we know it. Which article and amendment changes the right to vote from 21 to 80 years, 326 and 61st. Amendment is 61st amendment, and then article is 326. Creamy layer means persons having higher income. It is relating to OBC, creamy layer. Backward classes can be classified into most backward class. Okay. And 27 reservation, and there is a lot of thing relating to backward classes. There are more constitutional amendments at present. Mandal Commission deals with reservation of backward classes people. Okay, this is Mandal Commission. This is one of the grounds for classification. Annual income is one of the grounds for classification. Okay. Now this is a concept of Article 14. There are two concepts as I have already mentioned. One is equality before law, another is equal protection of all laws. Means the same law shall apply to all who are similarly situated. Seats in educational institution can be reserved for socially and educationally backward classes of people. Minimum percentage of reservation in educational institution is 50%. There is a case law relating to that as well. Indira Sohani versus Union of India, I guess. Minority may be linguistics and religious. This is not the ground to impose restriction on right to freedom of speech and expression in public nuisance. Obviously, the grounds are provided under Article 19(1) Clause 2. Apart from this, other grounds are not important. Which one of the following courts is responsible for the enforcement of fundamental rights? Obviously, Supreme Court. We have read it several times. Which one of the following statement is correct? Fundamental rights are superior to the PSP. Actually, after Supreme Court overruled it and said that both has equal importance. So this is no longer important at present. It's equal, not superior. In which case did the Supreme Court restrict the authority of Parliament to amend fundamental rights and declared these rights to be absolute, permanent and unalterable? Golok Nath case. But this case was also like overruled by this case, Keshavananda Bharti versus State of Kerala. Still we need to know what happened in Golok Nath. And other cases are like Sajjan Singh, Golok Nath. There are 4 cases under Article 368, 4 leading cases which are very important. The Supreme Court asserts the power of the Parliament to amend the Constitution under Article 368 subject to certain implied and inherent limitations. So Parliament has some limited power. Of course, Parliament has power under Article 368 to amend the Constitution, but the power is subject to certain limitations like the basic structure doctrine. The words quoted in the preamble cannot be amended. It cannot be amended so as to change the basic feature or basic structure of the Constitution of India. So this question is actually conceptual and case law based. 68. 69 is also conceptual because it provides a concept like rule of law. Rule of law implies which permeates the entire fabric of the Indian Constitution, excludes arbitrariness. So rule of law, this is laid down in a case. It is case law based. Conceptual because rule of law is a concept and there is a case law based question, and it is Maneka Gandhi versus Union of India. The protection, this is very landmark case. Just like Keshavananda Bharati, the protection granted under Article 21 is available even to convicts in jail. Okay, that's very true. So the convicts are not by mere reasons of their conviction deprived of the entire fundamental rights which they otherwise possesses. This is a principle laid down in Sunil Batra versus Delhi administration. It's very important. These cases are very important. Okay, we cannot skip this. Sunil Batra versus Delhi administration, Maneka Gandhi, Kesavananda Bharti. So now cases, yeah, it is case law based. So I'll deal with this case law based questions in part 2. So for this, do follow Legal Learning, share, subscribe, comment, and share it with your friends. And if you need the PDF, then you just you can I'll give you the link of WhatsApp group. You can click that link and you can get the PDF. So thanks for watching.